Hey guys, what's up? So I just want to do an update video. Tomorrow is surgery day, so there is that. I'm actually having surgery at the Buncke Clinic's private surgery center that I had no idea existed until yesterday. So that'll be interesting. I'm curious to check out what that is like. Apparently it's pretty small, and it's across the hall from the Buncke Clinic, and I could have sworn that there was just like a janitor's closet over there. So I want to know what this like magical secret hidden surgery center is like, but I was confused because normally you get like a phone call from the hospital. The CPMC Davies campus in particular is where I've had like all of my surgery with the Buncke Clinic, with Dr. Chen, all that stuff. I didn't get a phone call, so I called them yesterday and was like, yo, like, am I good to go? Do I need to like register like usual? And they said that I wasn't on the schedule, and I kind of had like a little bit of a panic moment. Then I was like, well, maybe that's not so bad because like I don't really want to have surgery anyways. But I emailed Dr. Lin and was like, just want to touch base with you, make sure everything's like still on for tomorrow. CPMC said that they didn't have me on the schedule for surgery. And then he informed me that it was happening at their private surgery center across the hall from their office, and that it's much quieter, it's a lot more like easygoing, and they have their own set of nurses and stuff like that. So I'm all for a more calm experience. So hopefully that goes fine, and I'll let you know what this like secret surgery center is like. I feel like I'm gonna have to like walk into like the closet of Narnia just to get into the surgery center. I literally had no idea or would have ever thought there was a surgery center across the hall. So that's a fun adventure I get to experience. Anyways, enough about that. If you want to know about like what my surgery I'm having tomorrow is about, I just made a video a few days ago. It's for my arm, so go back and watch that video. There's a lot more information. I don't want to go into it in too much detail here to make this video any longer than it has to be. I'll link that down below. But I also want to talk about some other things that have been on my mind. I've been kind of like struggling lately because this year in particular, I was kind of hoping to be surgery free. That is ending as of tomorrow, but there's not really like an end in sight of the surgery. Like, it's not even remotely close, at least potentially. So I'm definitely feeling like frustrated, a little bit down. Right now, like there's the potential of knee surgery just because I have no meniscus left, basically, and I'm looking at a knee replacement in my 40s if I don't do something about it now. And like, part of me is like, no, I can't deal with this another surgery right now. I want to like push it back as far as I can, but at the same time, I don't know how smart that is. Considering the health insurance, the state of health insurance right now, like with everything that's going on, I mean, I know I'm good until like next year, 2020, but I don't know what's gonna happen after that. You know, especially with like trans related care, and even just something simple as knee surgery. So I feel like I'm a little pressed for time to get things taken care of when I don't necessarily want to do it right now. So yeah, I feel rushed, and I don't know if I should just kind of like submit to everything and just kind of like hand over control and just do what I have to do and get through it day by day, step by step. The knee surgery that I would have to be going through is pretty intense. It's like non-weight bearing for 6 weeks. It's a 2-stage surgery. So yeah, the more pain and swelling that I have from just doing everyday things, the more I feel like pushing it off might not be the best idea. But then, you know, I also have the potential for having another stricture, as well as playing around with the possibility of getting an implant. That's just like the very short world that I am living in right now. So lots of decisions to be made, lots going on in my head. It's pretty noisy up here, but I'm gonna try to just focus on getting through one thing at a time. I've not made any sort of like decisions yet, and yeah, I don't really want to. I just want to like live surgery free and not really think about it. But that's not realistic at this moment. So, okay, so I'm gonna move on to the next train of thought. And having all these surgeries and recoveries and stuff like that, it's really hard to like push on and think like, oh, I'm gonna step on stage again. Oh, I'm gonna compete again, because with all of the setbacks, I'm looking at, not stepping on stage anytime soon, which is definitely something that is like a huge bummer to me, and has had me kind of really take a step back and reflect on like, what are my intentions? What am I doing? I'm having an identity crisis. No, but like, I also wanted to kind of take a step back and look at, sometimes I'm afraid of how I'm representing, health. And it's not all about what you look like. And that's something that I have to kind of remind myself every time I go through a recovery. It's, mind, body, soul. You have to be mentally well. You have to be physically well, and you got to find a balance in your life. And if you don't have that, like, what's the point? If you're consumed too much on one side of like the health spectrum, it becomes like an unhealthy thing. So like, healthy habits can also become unhealthy habits. So I've definitely shifted my mindset for my own mental well-being. So I've kind of shifted over to the more focusing on the nutrition aspect, the food aspect, the cooking, something that brings me like, emotional fulfillment in knowing that like, this is something that is offering people like a good idea of how to improve their health with different ways of eating, because like nutrition and fitness, they have to go together. So on that note, I don't think I've announced it here yet, but I'm working on my cookbook number 2. So that's Shit You Will Actually Cook edition number 2. I'm really excited about that. I've got an Instagram and a website up. I'll link that all down below if you want to follow it on Instagram. I post a lot of cooking tips and stuff on that each day. And I'm also running a Whole30 challenge for the month of May. So you've got basically like a whole month to think about this, but I'm really excited to do this. The Whole30 is something that like, I've had my issues with in the past, but in really thinking about what it represents and the mindset shift that it gives, I've like really kind of decided that this is something that I want to promote. And I think that everyone should at least try it once in their lifetime. It's a really crazy kind of like strict 30-day challenge. I kind of hate the whole idea of it being like a food challenge, because it's not sustainable. And I always promote what is sustainable, but it does promote sustainable habits, and that's what I think is great about it. It's definitely a way to get in the habit of checking the labels of things, looking at what you're eating, eating a more whole foods based diet, less processed. So those are like the habits that it does promote for you to implement into your life for it to be more sustainable. It also kind of like really digs deep into the emotional aspect of food. And we have so many emotions ingrained in our food habits and what we eat, how we eat, when we eat. It really helps you acknowledge your emotions around food. I've seen people like lose their shit because it can be very emotionally taxing. Something just to be prepared for if you do decide to do it. But I created a Facebook group. I'm also going to link down more information about the program guidelines down below. If you are really looking to overhaul your diet and like get healthy, create healthy habits, I think this is an awesome start. So the Facebook group is just basically support. I'm just gonna burp. It's just a support group. We can share recipes, we can share when we're struggling, we can share ideas, anything like that. I'll be there running the group. If you're interested, I will also link that down below. And I'm just super excited about that. I'm excited about the shift in mind and thinking of like, this could be where, this is, I got into this to help people get healthy. So maybe this is the universe speaking to me in a way of being like, yo, like, slow down. Stepping on stage isn't helping people, but focusing on giving people the tools to eat better and move better and feel better mentally, emotionally, that is helping people, not, you know, getting up in a Speedo on stage. But yeah, I'm all about goals and everything, so that helps me, obviously. But we're just gonna switch up focus a little bit here for a while until I figure out if my body's gonna cooperate with me. So leading up to May, as things get closer, of course, I'm gonna keep talking about this challenge just so I can, you know, keep trying to get you guys to join with me. But I'm gonna have a lot more like Whole30 related full day of eating videos, especially in May, but probably also leading up to it, just to kind of like give you more tools about this. So May is going to be specifically a lot more Whole30 related when it comes to like the nutrition aspect of it. But yeah, up until then, feel free to leave any suggestions about videos or video topics, because I'm going to be recovering, so I'm going to need some distractions, and I'll be definitely stoked to be making some more content while I recover. So leave all that down below, or any questions you have down below. Peace out. I'll see you next time.